did have one of the superhero cops of that night did leave the organization on a psychological disability. He's the one, there was one little girl who died in the theater shooting. She died in his arms. He had been a first responder 13 years earlier, Columbine.
Oh, my goodness.
As a young deputy sheriff.
Mm.
And I saw him at the 10-year reunion. He's doing extremely well. And, one of the ways our cops cope, Sarah, you can appreciate this, is every year at 12:38 in the morning, the officers line up the patrol cars. Families and folks stand outside the theater, and at 12:30 in the morning, there's a parade of police cars with lights and sirens that go by. And they've done that every year for 10 years.
It's amazing. It's actually bringing tears to my eyes. It just gives you a chill right down the spine.
And I did that this year at the 10-year commemoration. And it's very, very powerful. Everybody knew someone who was in that theater. Literally, for the rest of my time there, a day or a week wouldn't go by where I would be speaking to someone who would say, my niece, my nephew, my brother was in the theater. Now there were 1,200 people in the complex. Everyone was touched by it. And one of the things that happened is people just started sending us, the cops, and I'm sure the firefighters too, stuff, food, whatever, gift cards, just pouring in. People wanted to do something. And at some point, I don't know, the second day or something, someone said, we better keep track of who's giving us stuff. And a year later, we produced all these plaques. And there were two kinds of plaques. There were plaques that I created thanking police agencies for sending cops that night. And then plaques to, food vendors and restaurants. And I spent 2 days driving around the community, handing out these flags and taking pictures, at the 1-year anniversary saying, thank you for, supporting us the way you did. We had somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 cops come from all over the region that night. One of the most powerful transmissions that night is you hear our radio folks calling for help. And all the same agencies that responded to Columbine 13 years earlier, one by one, they tick off, we're coming.